Good morning and welcome to the Crafty Canary. Today I'm going to show you a tip that I've seen on the internet, and we're going to test it out and see how well it works compared to kind of the old-fashioned way of doing it. We're going to look at peeling a potato in a little bit easier way. Now, we've seen these videos on the internet where they do something really fast and show you how easy it is, and it's this great tip. But sometimes it works out kind of like when you see a cake or a baked item or a craft project on the internet, and then you try it on your own and it becomes a drastic fail. And sometimes these tips can be that way too. And when I tried this one, it was not maybe a drastic fail, but it was a little bit, in my opinion, not as good as doing it an old-fashioned way. And what I'm talking about is peeling a potato. So what I'm going to show you in this tip is we're going to take a potato and score it raw. It's raw. We're going to score it just lightly, cutting through the skin. We're going to score it all the way around, and then we're going to put it in a pot of water and boil that pot of water. Now, because it's a whole potato, it's going to take about 20 minutes, maybe longer, to completely boil the potato. And then we'll come back, and it's supposed to be really easy to peel and see how it goes. So in the meantime, now, when I'm peeling my potatoes, it's usually for potato soup or for mashed potatoes. So in the meantime, I'm going to peel a few potatoes and see how long that takes. So we're going to look at the time. It's 10:46, and let's peel 2 of these small potatoes. That's about the size of that one big one that we have in the water. So we're going to peel it, and I peel mine into a bowl so I can just very easily throw the peelings away. And it's interesting because when my husband and I were first married, we had a difference of opinion about how you peel a potato, what direction you take the peeler. I always do it toward myself, and he said that was dangerous, but a peeler's not really that sharp, and I'm not going to hit myself with it, so he peels his this way. So over time, we've just come to an agreement that we peel potatoes differently. And it's interesting in a marriage and in a life of, housekeeping, how that can happen, where over the years you might have some differences in opinion on how to do things, but you sort of come to agreements to either compromise or each do it your own way, or you come to a different way altogether yourself, which is really fun because my husband has given me some tips on how to do things, and I thought I would never change my ways and do it the way he does it, and I actually have. I'm actually going to show you one of those tips in not too long. So there we go. Now it is 10:47. It took me a minute, maybe less, to peel those 2 potatoes. So we'll come back after the 20 minutes that this potato boils and see how long it takes to peel it and how easy it is. Welcome back. It's actually been about 30 minutes because it took 10 minutes for the water to come to a boil, and then I boiled the potato for 20 minutes. So we have a freshly boiled potato, and we're going to see how easy that skin is to come off. Now, it is really hot. And from the video that I saw, he did it pretty much right after he was finished with the boiling and didn't let it cool. Not to mention that if you're making mashed potatoes and you let the potato cool, then when you put your butter in and your milk in, it's just going to get even colder. The butter's not going to melt very well, and your mashed potatoes won't be hot. So when I do mashed potatoes, I like to put that butter in and that milk in when the potatoes are really nice and hot. So it's kind of better to peel those first, cut them, and then boil them so that they're ready to be mashed right as soon as they come out of the pot. But we'll see how this works. So we're going to put that down. Again, let it cool just a little bit. So I've got this potato, and it's super hot. So I'm going to try to get that skin off. Now, it does slide off, but it's not sliding off in one piece, and it's not very touchable. It's really difficult to touch. I'm going to try it with some cooking gloves on. These are specifically for food prep. And the guy who I saw in the video may have actually been a chef, and so his fingers probably are more calloused to heat and able to do it. Now, this is not too bad. The glove is not completely protecting my fingers from the heat. I'm beginning to feel it, but I could get a little bit more without burning it too bad. So I'm still going to say that this is not the easiest peel. In the video I saw, he just barely touched it, and the whole peel kind of came off in one half of the potato piece. So I'm gonna say that I am not completely on board with this method of peeling potato. it may work for you, but in my opinion, I need to peel it before I cook it. And in the time that I waited for that potato to cook, I was able to peel and chop 6 more potatoes. They were relatively small, but 6 for my pot of potato soup, and put in all the other ingredients, and I can go ahead and get this started now. And I didn't even hurry, and in the time that that potato was boiling, I was done with that. So for time, for the safety of my fingers and not having burnt fingers, I really think for me it's better to peel the potato while it's raw. Let me know in the comments what you think. What's your opinion? Has this worked for you? Am I missing something? Am I doing something wrong? Or if you have any other tips that you'd like me to try out and see if they are successful or a fail, let me know. Put those in the comments and I'll do them for you. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great week.